at what you got, man. Don't forget it. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it. Tell me what you want, babe, and you'll get it. Look at what you got, man. Don't forget it. 'Cause I can give you what you need. I'll be your fantasy. I got you. Tell me what you want, babe, then come get it. Tell me what you want, babe. You'll get it.
What's going on, everyone? This is Lawrence D. Adams, and today we are on it today. This is when spirituality and the game, I'm not going to say collide anymore. We got to use another word. It's when the spirituality and the game comes together. Is when spirituality and the game comes together. Shout out to everyone in the chat room. Shout out to Cerise. Shout out to Fierce Soul, John White, Tara, True Savage, John Coolio. What's going on? It's when spirituality and the game not collides, but unites. Thank you so much. We can't say collide anymore. Combine. Come on, I guess we can't say collide because collide is no, we want it to be united. United, combines together. Shout out to Don Coolio. Been binge watching the last two videos for the past 2 hours now, straight into the live video right now. Straight up on that. I appreciate that. So we want to make sure we got that correct. I had to change it. Words are very important. Very important. Is when spirituality and the game unite and combines. That's what you got, the thinking class. And if you don't get it, it is your own fault. This is, let me get it together. This is when spirituality and the game unite and combines, comes together. And that's when you have the thinking class. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. How are you guys doing in the chat room? How are you? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's hear from you guys. How are you doing? We're still talking about working with the game that we use. Everybody know here in the thinking class, we got a unique set of skill sets that we use to make things happen. It's when the game and the spirituality, come together, man. It's something that happens. Something happens. It's magical. A couple days ago, Sharice, she won the lottery right during the thinking class. So, but I want you to get this next piece. What happens after you manifest? What happens after you manifest? What's going on, Sigma? What happens after you manifest? Most people don't talk about that. And it ties into everything that we're doing. It's like a combination. And I just want to make sure for those that don't know, it's sitting right there. What happens after you manifest? What should you do next? What should you do next? We work with the numbers, we work with the angels, we work with multiple things. But what happens after you manifest? What happens after? Fierce Soul, what's going on? Good to see you. Some get paid, but we're good. Yep. Telling you, what happens after you manifest? Something is coming through. Let me see what it is. Somebody's sending something. What happens after you manifest? That's you didn't put in the work. What you didn't put in the work. You didn't put in the work. You didn't manifest what you've been effortlessly, what we've been talking about. But what happens after you manifest? What should you do next? Shout out Joe Blast. What's going on, brother? Shout out to you, special shout out, because you said something You said it a while ago, you didn't look right in that Kia in so many words. But what happens after you manifest? What happens after you put in the work? You're sitting in the right seat, as Jono talked about yesterday. What happens after you manifest? What should you do? Where should you go? How should you act? What should be your next game plan? What happens after you manifest? What happens when you use everything that we talked about? What happens when you execute the game, the strategy, and it works? What happens? What should you do next? Where should you go? Who should you interact with? What seat? Because I'm in my seat right now, you know that. What seat should you be sitting in? What should you be doing next? That is the question of the day. What should you be doing next? The first thing that you should be doing, and I want to make sure we emphasize this, is the first thing, and I told Tara this when she inboxed me, the first thing you need to do. There go Jono, right? Come on, he right what I was about to say it. What's going on, Jono?
What's going on?
What's going on? I was talking about what happens after we manifest what we've been working on, the game we've been using. What should we do next? Where should we go? Who should we talk to? What's the first interaction? The Father has worked through us. The I am in us is there. It's like, that's my son. That's my daughter. What should we do next when the manifestation has taken place? What should be the next step or the next thing we should do? The first thing I was going to say, as soon as you popped on, and we did this before, we did this on this class, but the first thing is to be thankful.
You have to be. Matter of fact, your inner consciousness, God, the universe, whatever you want to say, is looking for thanks. And it's looking for thanks on a constant level, not just the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Because just because you got, leveled up with something does not mean it's not going to come with trials and tribulations. You might even think one day you might regret the way you leveled up. And the reason why I'm being general is because that can happen anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might regret the decisions you made,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to be thankful because you made it there and you can make it somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some people feel, oh, I went and got this big purchase and now I got to, let's talk about a house. Oh, I went from apartment to a house. Now I got to mow the lawn and I got to check the roof. Listen, it's really part of the journey. Some of the responsibilities change when you level up. Okay. Some people, when they go from their standard vehicle to a luxury vehicle, they have to put premium gas. It's a different price point, right? When you go to get your car serviced, there's a different level of payment. You may have to get, synthetic oil instead of the standard 10W30. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You might have to get leather conditioner instead of your standard, upholstery cleaner. It's just, I'm bringing these things to fruition because you see how we leveled up this week in this 1 week. There are going to be responsibilities that come along with that. So being thankful brings it to a place where you'll take responsibility for the level up, as opposed to thinking pessimistically like, oh no, now this all costs more money. No, just be thankful.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that go along with it, the accessories with the way you leveled up, will then come with it.
Yeah, man, that is so key. Even today when I was doing my morning walk, I normally drive to where I go walk at. Since I can't drive there because the car ain't delivered yet, so what I had to do is get my ASS off the couch, get my walking clothes on, and walk in the neighborhood. I live by an art museum and duck pond and all like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was I just began to get thankful. Even though the car is on its way, I still have to be thankful that I'm able to get myself up, get out the house, and do what I need to do. I had some Chipotles, but I wasn't thankful for that. But the point is, it's the point of being thankful for what happens after you manifest. Is you got to be thankful for, like you said, the level up.
Yeah, you have to be thankful for the options too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people don't have an option, and that's just, we talked about yesterday. Not exercising options means you don't exercise the use of your imagination. But some people literally should be thankful for the fact that you have choice, the fact that you have different avenues and roads to take to get a result that may be in the favor of you being happy. You know, why do we actually have to sit here and behave as if we didn't have the choice in the first place to choose what would be right or wrong? A lot of people feel, oh, that's wrong and this is right, and there is a level to to level a game, and you're doing it wrong. No, listen, thank God there's choice, because if you only went one way, you wouldn't know what was right or wrong. So when you're a child and you're on a little tricycle, your parent steers you in the correct way, so you don't go in the street, so you don't go in harm's way. But as you get older, you have the choice for that steering wheel to turn in the direction it's supposed to go in. So when you get in your car, it's not so much a matter of right or wrong. It's a matter of what's right for me, right? And if you're thankful, guess what? You'll be added upon you. You'll be given more responsibility. And isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, it's the whole point.
You want to be trusted with more. Okay, if I saw your reaction the last time I helped you, all you did was become a big baby, why would I help you again?
Right.
I was helping a friend the other night, and I was giving some major keys, downloading some major thought. Then the person started getting all defenses about I got good ideas, I got this and that. I said, listen, let me tell you something. A smart person would just be quiet right now and download the data. You want to tell me your whole story. All I got to tell you is your result don't have a lot of weight with me, so your story don't mean nothing to me right now. And that may sound mean, but it's true. Don't waste my time trying to convince me when you really should have been convincing yourself in the mirror. And when that fail point happened, that should have been the point where you went and go get help. Okay, so now you found the help. Now you want to waste the time and now make it my job to believe what you don't have success in. You understand? You're either going to judge somebody or learn from somebody by their successes or their failures.
Yep.
And which one you're going to choose? As all I could hear in the conversation I had with that person was, I know definitely not what to do. And it was like toxic situation after toxic situation after toxic. I was like, stop. I said, I cannot absorb this level of negativity in the wrong direction. What I am going to do is try to help you. And if you don't want my help, you got about 5 words to say to me to convince me to help you, or I'm hanging up the phone. And she didn't say those words. I hung up the phone. I literally did.
You got the spirit of governor on you.
I hung up the phone. I think it happened right around the same time that the other incident was happening. So it must have been a hang-up spirit in the room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't get apology for like 2 days. You know, some people are stubborn. I didn't get apology for 2 days.
Nah.
I was like, you don't even recognize. See, sorry, it's not your circumstances that are your fault. It's not your situation that's your fault. It's you that's your fault. If you don't recognize where your part in this is, your whole list of ideas might as well be trash. You might as well just throw them all out, like Reverend Ike used to do. Throw the $100 bills right out the window. If you don't do things in order, it's like throwing money right out the window.
That's right. And people want to catch that. So some key things you said is, the first thing you got to do, what happens after you manifest what you want, is you got to be thankful. The second thing that you pretty tapped in, do not entertain people's negative sugar, honey, iced tea. Hang up, dismiss them, cut the DM off, block them, whatever you do. Do not entertain other people's sugar, honey, iced tea. Plain and simple. If anything I learned, learned this last week with Governor Cedric. Had the spirit of click, hang up. You got to do that after you manifest, before and during, but I'm saying afterwards. Because some people will try to pull you out of your manifestation because you know why? They ain't happy because you manifested that.
It's true. I was reminded several times, even though we were in two different conversations, I was reminded several times of who I was. It was uplifting to me. Even though it was a sad conversation, it was lifting me. I was like, listen, I'm responsible for multiple millions of dollars being generated.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me what I'm doing isn't right. You can't tell me what you have to say has more weight than what I got to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I've generated 8-9 figures worth of revenue, and you about to be 2 months from getting kicked on the street, I think you would quiet your thought process, get your mood in a more receptive mode, get ready and be open to receive, and then download this data I'm trying to give you.
Right.
It might save you. It's not going to be a 9-figure number for you, but even if it was a 3-figure or 4-figure number, it could change your situation. But if you can't, sometimes when somebody reaches their hand out and looks for help, their body's in the quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
And there's almost nothing you could do because the other hand is holding on to a vice that's holding them down in the quicksand. They won't get the other hand out. You understand? They ready to touch your hand, and you don't know that actually they're trying to pull you in. They're not trying to let you take them out.
No, they're not. They're trying to pull you into your crap.
They're holding the vice. They're holding the anchor so they can say, let me pull you in too. Because you know what? If I'm miserable and I can make somebody else miserable, that will be happy for me too. And those are the people you need to eliminate. If you're thankful for something that happened and somebody tries to start identifying all the negativity and all the bad things about what you just accomplished and all the worry and all the things that come along with it, and not tell you that these are great things and these are things that are supposed to level you up, get that person out of your life.
Hang up on.
They don't deserve all, because what happens is as you level up, you start to emulate the presence of the level up, and it will resonate amongst the people around you. And if they don't know how to accept it, it will shy itself in the look of envy. It'll shy itself in the look of jealousy. It'll shy itself in the look of dismissive pessimism. And you know what? Those things don't have a place in the level up.
Dude, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. If your mom and sister, brother, cousin, whatever it is, you with respect. I can't talk about it. What did I do 2 weeks ago? I think I told you what I did. I walked away from somebody.
It's true.
I had to walk away right after giving some praise, after being thankful. Actually, I got in my car and drove away. But the next week, what happened? Leveled up. That next week, I leveled up. That was on a Sunday. That next week, I leveled up.
If you get into a discussion with somebody and you happen to not have the ability to recover, I'm talking about, everybody needs a break. Sometimes everybody needs to walk away from a conversation, regroup, come back with a clearer head. Not so much apology, but sometimes just to get an idea and refocus, right? If you have people in your life that constantly take jabs at you and never recover, guess what? They're going to play two roles. If they're family, you're only going to see me Thanksgiving, Christmas from now on. And if you're a friend, it's going to be high by, because I'm not going to disrespect you, and I'm not going to provoke and put oil on the fire to make it worse. You're cut off at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to wonder why we have less of an interaction with each other. You're going to wonder why things are not the same. You're going to wonder why you see things going in a new direction and you're not part of it because you don't know how to handle it.
Mm-mm.
And I want people around me that can handle it. I want to be happy for you when you level up, and I'm going to praise you. I'm not going to be the uncle with all the bad news. It'd be like, you know what, that's just going to cost you too much. You're just going to be, nothing's going to come, nothing good's going to come from that. When you hear all that, dismiss it. It doesn't belong in yours.
Right.
First of all, if it was going to happen anyway, what good does it do telling me that? Do you really think that you're going to get credit just because you said it later? Well, oh, yeah, you know what? I got a flat tire. Congratulations. 2 years ago, you mentioned not to buy that.
Right.
Now what? You still didn't help.
Right.
Oh, you would have had a cheaper car and you would have got less of a flat tire. But if my whole existence leveled up, the universe ain't going to give you something you can't handle.
Come on.
So that new tire that may cost twice the money, you already got leveled up where you were already put in a position to make sure that that's going to be taken care of later. Okay? Because the more you put into your existence, the more wiser you get, because you want to be a steward of your own existence and make sure you can keep it.
Come on.
I told people, you better go get what you want. Right? Tell me I don't say that.
You say it all the time.
Go get what you want. You know why? Because I would rather fight to keep something I want
than something I don't.
Than something that I settle for.
Whoa. And that, let's stop right there. That can be relationships. That can be a woman. That can be a man. That can be tennis shoes. That can be a meal. Like I wish I
could. A job.
It can be a job. It can be Chipotle's, which I shouldn't have ate. It can be anything.
I'm telling you, we sit in the land of regret, and then we have it. You can't be thankful for something you settle for.
Oh, whoa. You can't be thankful for something that you settled for. Y'all need to write that in the chat room. We got to stop. We got to pause on that. You can't be thankful for something that you settled for. You can't be. The thanks ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna be a half-hearted, thank you. But when you're something that you wanted, this happens after you manifest. Or your thanks, you'll be skipping. Why are you smiling like that? I don't know. I just got a glow.
I'm telling you, it's a whole lot easier to smile when it's something you wanted. It's a whole lot easier to decide you're happy when it's something that you worked for and you busted your behind to get. Keeping it ain't gonna be that hard when you absolutely desired it. There's no way. See, people get it all confused. You get it confused. You say, oh, I worked and busted my behind to pay this bill or to do this thing. And guess what? These were all part of your choices and happiness. This was not a decision that you settled for. Okay? You may not have the level you want to be at this point, but these are all the building blocks to where you are going. So these are your choices. These are your desires. And if you think you settled for something, then you got to make a decision to quickly level up, because you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy deciding that you settled for something.
You're never going to be. It's nothing. You're never going to. You're never going to be happy, and you're never going to have that true gratefulness. Dude, when I seen that green car look at me, and I looked at it, I said, you know what? That's me. Somebody I know who knows me. He said, dude, when you stood by that car, I knew that was yours. It fits you. It's your personality. Now the car has become an extension of what I am.
It's true. And you could talk about it with ease. It almost feels like it was always there.
Yeah.
When something feels strange to you and disconnected from you, you feel like, you know what, this ain't the right thing. And some people literally spend some money on something and they go back and spend money again. You know why? Because they're not comfortable with it. They feel like they settled for something that they don't want. They did not desire it. Didn't we spend some money on some equipment that we didn't use?
Correct.
Yes. right?
Back
Don't you
here.
have a box full of equipment that at some point, this is not good enough.
Mhm.
I can't use it.
Yeah.
But
Come
when
on,
you get the thing that you can use and the thing that you're supposed to have, it's as if it was always there, and I don't know how I existed without it.
correct. Come on, that's it. Dude, that's it. Is when what happens after you manifest, you have to be thankful. And you have to do it. Just do, like you said, do a fact check. Like you do a CarMax check, or not CarMax, but a car check. Did you settle on what you manifested?
That's true.
Did you settle on what you manifested? What happens after you manifest? Be thankful. Do not entertain anybody's sugar, honey, iced tea. I don't care who it is. If you got to get the spirit, we're giving you the papers today. Hang up. Don't talk. Don't argue. Don't go back and forth with nobody. Click. Talk to you later.
There's a language that's designed to suppress people. Okay? And that language is all wrapped up in what you can't get done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what we have to do is recognize when people tell you what you can't do, or or the reality of how bad things are. These are not the things. You know, your mind can only retain one level of state.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to stay in a state of dysfunction? Do you want to stay in the state of pessimism? Do you want to stay in the state of I have not accomplished what I want to accomplish? If you want to be in that state, then you are in a perpetual mode of negativity. And if you hang around people that fester that and help you build on that, guess what? It will nothing but multiply, and it'll fester, and you'll become a big horde's nest of negative people and negative comments and negative everything. You will become your own troll.
Don't even know it. Shout out to Mr. 1950. We see what you're doing, brother. Shout out to you.
There's got to be a point where you have to decide that the only way I'm going to get somewhere else is to get going.
Come on.
Just get going. It don't matter what direction you go in. I told you, I'm in a mode of transformation right now, and I'm accepting and hearing requests from all over the place. And I'm managing and putting things into place for so many things because I asked for that. But at the end of the day, it's really for me to truly level up.
Yeah.
I'm not being selfish. I'm actually giving first. You can't call me selfish. If I give first, you can't call me selfish.
There's the third principle. The first one is be thankful. Second one is don't. The second one is don't. The second one has two and one and B to it is don't settle. You can't be grateful for something you don't settle. The third thing is what you just said. You gave first.
Exactly.
What happens after you manifest? You have to what? Give first.
Exactly. If you have given first, then you have the confidence that this has to belong to you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way somebody could take it from you. Even if they talk you out of it, they can't take it from you. It will literally leave your hands and come back like a magnet, like a boomerang. Okay? It's for you. Okay? And that's why you got to be careful what you put out there. What you're giving first has to be the right vibe. And if it's the right vibe, then it comes back correctly. But if you're putting out, oh, I don't think you should do that. There's nothing you can do. There's no way you can do it. When people come to you and you give out a negative vibe, what happens is all you're going to attract back to you is that negative spirit. That whatever you put out first will come back multiplied. What you need to make sure that is a good vibe, and you set people in the right direction. And be honest. If you don't qualify, shut your mouth.
Come on.
If you don't qualify in some areas, shut your mouth. You know why? Because you don't qualify.
Okay. And it's interesting you said that. I'll put this part of it. I had somebody message me and said they want a particular car. They seen what happened with me. I told them at 5 o'clock this morning, I just texted out in the blue. I said, go to the dealership, go test drive, and go take a picture with it. Just, don't worry about it. Just go test drive the car and take a picture with it. I'm qualified to do that. I'm qualified to say that now.
Exactly.
And
But you
see
have
what
proven
happens.
results.
Right. And see what happens.
You
So
have
once
to
I wait,
measure. Every time you open your mouth, you got to measure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I open an entire container of milk to put in the cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we got cornbread. Let's talk about cornbread.
Cornbread, yeah.
If we open an entire container of milk to put in the ingredient as an ingredient in the cornbread, if you haven't measured the right amount to pour into that particular batter, it could come out wrong.
Correct.
You have to be careful how you pour into people.
Mm.
When you pour into somebody, you got to make sure you're not giving them the wrong measurement of what they deserve to handle in their particular situation they're trying to put in the oven. Okay? You could oversaturate the ingredients by giving somebody way too much. Okay? You don't tell a person looking for a Rio how to manifest a Bugatti.
Oh, no.
It's just not possible.
They can't do it.
Okay? You don't tell somebody who's trying to manifest a charm chain how to get a $200,000 Jesus piece. You know what I'm saying? It's just overwhelming to them, and then they won't even feel like manifestation is even possible. Now, if you want to show off all your great things, that's cool. You know, not saying that you shouldn't do that, but it's almost irrelevant to somebody who doesn't think it's attainable. If you don't think it's attainable, how are you helping?
Right.
We break things down to the bare basics so you can see the keys applied on many levels. And when you see the key applied, those effects, which were what we see as results, are the actual success part of the story. But the key is where we applied it, not the actual object, not the actual material thing, not just the actual promotion. It's literally the mindset that set it into motion.
That's the key. It's the mindset that set it into motion. And you think about it, just going to get an oil change, walked up the street to the next dealership, and it's like a baby inside of me leaked.
Exactly. And who knows? Your car must have been thinking at that point, like, where's he going? I know something's wrong. Think about this. This is gonna bug some people out.
Come on, let's get it.
Think about in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
One that has ended. Okay, think about a relationship that has ended. Think about if you roll back to the last point of happiness, and you saw the shift. You could actually pinpoint the moment when you saw things change, and you know from this point on, this will not be. This will not be anymore the way it's supposed to be, and things are gonna change. You could pinpoint the exact moment when she or he did the thing. It's called a transgression. You gotta look it up. The last transgression that caused everything to shift, and you said at the end of this particular journey, we will not be. Some people leapfrog, right? They actually see the person walking down the street and they're with the person they're with at the moment. They can see the next person like, oh,
monkey branching.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. I'm on to the next one. And whether you like it or not, it's going to happen because I see it right now in this moment. What we need to really remember is that we have that power. And if we have more control over it, we could decide where it goes and how valuable the next step is.
That's it. That's what I want to get. That's what I wanted. You're hitting the points. That's what I want to get. What happens after you manifest? You should be able to see what the next manifestation you need to work on.
Yeah, it's literally like playing Connect 4, right? You're planning the pieces so that you can get a certain result. Now you need one success, then you need another success. It has to match. It needs to be close together.
Yes.
Then the next time some pieces drop, you see it. You can see it coming together. You may have to put a space 2 steps ahead so that when that last piece falls into place, it falls and makes that full Connect 4. I'm giving you something simple because a lot of people know that game, right?
Correct.
But it is a very pivotal situation. You are forecasting literally the success by having other successes.
And that's what I wanted to get. You hit right around without us talking.
We didn't have no conversation before today.
Nah. Without even talking, I wanted people to get what happens after you manifest what you want. You use the game that we use. What happens after that? You should be monkey branching to your next.
Exactly.
You should be going. You should say, "Oh, this is thankful for this one. I didn't cut everybody up. I don't want to hear nobody sugar honey iced tea. I realized I did not settle. I'm grateful for what I have. It's on to the next. To the next. You should, and it should be something that challenges you and also stretches you to say, if this is the conversation I have. If I can manifest a $43,000 car, what else can I do?
It's true.
I am and I do.
It's true. I had some big driving challenges in 2015. I was down to one vehicle. It was actually some legal stuff involved. I won't get into that. There's some legal stuff involved. I was down to one vehicle. I was literally down to my nucleus vehicle, my first SUV, which was my Durango. That's why I always talk about it. It's my favorite, one of my favorite cars. It was always been fair for me. All my other vehicles were eliminated. And trust me, it wasn't a money situation. It was circumstance. And I had to put myself in a position where I was going to have to make a decision. And I said, I'm going to go in order. Okay. I'm going to do the situation right, but at least trying to double what I have, because of course it's me and my wife. If we're down to one vehicle, that's not cool. And at the time, we're still driving kids to school. So one vehicle and no backup, not part of my equation, not part of my existence. I actually put myself in a position where I said, listen, I want to try out, because it was multi-state situation. So I'm going to try out, seeing if I can do something in this state and make that happen. If I can make that happen, I will make the purchase. I doubled up by getting the Jeep Commander. I said, okay, well, I got one in New York and I got one in New Jersey. So I have now a clear mind of foundation where I'm properly backed up. For some people, foundation is getting the first. No, for me, foundation is having the primary and also a backup in place. That's my level of comfort going toward happiness. And you have to understand, when I increased into the next couple of purchases, it was because I had a sound foundation. So the next purchase I made after that, it was crazy. It was crazy. Because I went from a vehicle that was almost, 10 years old at that point, maybe 15 years old at that point, from 98 to 15. Yeah, there's more. It was more than that then, right? 15 years, right? I went from a 15-year-old car to now a $10,000 backup car. I said, okay, I'm good now. Now it's time to go buy something I really want. Something that's going to make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and looked in the books and everything like that. And I said, what I really want, it costs $100,000. $100,000. And I was like, I looked at MSRP, it said $102,000. And I said, the only reason why this even looks possible is because I'm already taken care of. So there's no reason why I can't have that particular thing, because I already made the establishment. I'm already thankful. I'm already settled, right? See, settled. But I desire more. I want this new thing, and this will really complete my thought process. It was not the same type of vehicle. It was totally not. It was actually a sports car type vehicle, sports sedan. And I'm like, totally out of my comfort zone. I hadn't bought a sedan in years, but every time I bought a sedan, if you look at my levels of my sedans, they all leveled up. And this would be like the pinnacle of all my sedan purchases. I bought My first sedan was a Millennia. My second one was a brand spanking new order from Germany 5 Series. The third one was a brand new no, it wasn't brand new actually. It was actually I had several in between. I'm thinking about it now. I had a green Lexus GS. Then I had another green. I had another black Lexus GS after I sold the green one. So I got through a few sedans, and I got to the A6, the Audi A6, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is pretty good. But when I made this next purchase, which was the S8, wholly different situation. Totally different situation. Totally different consciousness and totally different. I was worried about the maintenance. I was worried about other. I was like, listen, I want to get in this. I don't care what it's going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm gonna get me a used one just so that if I manage to use one, I'll manifest a new one. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I was able to put myself into the consciousness. I didn't, mind you, I never had a job the whole time. This is me paying cash. This is me doing everything. And you know what? I found a way to get that car in my hands within 1 month of buying the other car. 1 month.
1 month.
And I'm telling you, to me, that was because I had two purposes. I said, okay, one's going to be for utilitarian, one's going to be for backup, one's going to be for grocery pushing. The other one's going to be, I want what I want because I want to have some fun now. So I literally split my thought. I could have bought two $30,000 vehicles. I could have bought, one $150,000 vehicle. No, I split my thought because I said I wanted to have my foundation covered and all of what my mind feels to be prepared settled, and then I went after what I really wanted, and I manifested that too. Because sometimes your mind can't actually go further until all is taken care of. And you want to have the nucleus. I always call it the nucleus effect. The nucleus of items always spoken for: groceries, kids healthy, food on the table, everybody, able to get their toiletries, everything. Once all that stuff is covered, then I can start thinking about what's going to be fun, what's going to be next, what's going to make me happy. But making me happy does require the basics to be covered first.
And that's facts. Let me get you, Sarah, because you got a good question. Would you say people want success aren't mindful of the chain of successes, but not being attentive, they forfeit blessings in exchange for setback?
I mean, think about it. You don't know what's coming around the corner. But what you should expect, what you also shouldn't do, is think that this last victory is it.
That's my point.
This
point
is
of the whole stream. That's the point of the whole stream right there. Right there. You should not think this last manifestation, this shouldn't be your Michael Jackson moment. This is it.
Exactly. When you say, when even if he was still alive, mm-hmm. Michael Jackson would even tell you, I said that was it, but
Yeah.
How many times did Ozzy retire?
Yeah.
And he's trying to go on the road right now.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody says it's their last hurrah. You know why? Because they want to make a spectacle. They want to make it the biggest thing ever. Guess what? That is the last one at this time. This is your last victory. Your last victory was today.
Correct.
But tomorrow there's another opportunity.
That's my point of the whole stream. In a nutshell.
Enjoy today. You deserve today. You got a victory. Guess what? You deserve it. But there's more to come.
That's it.
There's more to come. And the reason why, I'll give you proof of it. The fact that you have this victory today. If more wasn't ready to come, why'd you get this one?
Correct. You could have been stuck. You could have been stuck on last week's, what do we call it? Daily bread.
Exactly. It says give us today.
Yeah.
It didn't say give us yesterday's.
It
didn't say tomorrow's.
Today.
It says wake up today and then give us our daily bread.
Come on, man. This you already know it's sick. We already in 2024 already. Yeah, we right there already.
Some of y'all thought it was bread. Some of you thought it was bread. It's what you deserve for today. Whatever today has to bring it.
Bring it.
Now put the car key in your pocket and start on tomorrow. Because tomorrow's going to have a whole other blessing.
That's my point.
It may come from a whole different area. Matter of fact, speaking of keys, sometimes your blessing unlocks the next blessing. Your universe was just waiting for you to get to that level. And they said, oh, you got to that level? Here's some keys. A special bonus on top of what you got here. Open that door now. Let's see what you got there.
Right.
You're going to say, oh, well, we only accept in this door green Genesis G70s, and you happen to have one. And we wouldn't let you into this door unless we saw that car.
Correct.
Because it was a part of the puzzle. We're not speaking materialistically. We're speaking on a level where your universe was waiting for you to get to a certain point so that you can bring the rest of your consciousness and the rest of your existence up to that level. You can't get to the next step on the ladder until you put one hand up and then pull the rest of your body up. So when you grab that one happiness or that one true victory that levels you up, then it pulls the rest of you up like a ladder.
That's it, man.
These facts, please.
You can't make this up.
You can't make it up. That is the whole point of the whole stream. And everybody asks what the point of the stream is, right there. Give us today our daily bread.
And is daily a singular thing?
No, it's ongoing.
Daily is
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Today is not the only day. And tomorrow's going to come and it's going to have its bread too. It says it daily. It also doesn't say weekly for a reason. It don't say monthly for a reason. It says daily because we keep living like we got to put ourselves into next week and into next month and into next year. Yes, those are going to happen, but you don't have to worry about it right now. All you got to do is take care of today and then do it again tomorrow.
That's it. Some people get hoodwinked by the manifestation, that one manifestation that happened, and they become comfortable. Get your ASS up and get your daily bread. Get your daily bread. That's what, dude, if we didn't even talk about this, I promise you we didn't. But at the end, this is the crust of the whole teaching today. Get your ASS up and get your daily bread.
Keep going. You know why? Because if you don't keep going, your story's going to sound the same tomorrow, and it shouldn't, right?
Right.
Imagine if you open up the newspaper and the same story that was in the paper yesterday is on the front page of the newspaper next time. You would think that was pretty weird, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Come on.
You would think something's actually wrong with this news media outlet. What if CNN turned on in the morning and said the same headline, oh, the House and the Senate, they reached a deal. Like, we knew that yesterday. What are you doing? Exactly. So your story ain't supposed to be the same tomorrow. Right. You're supposed to go after tomorrow's daily bread and tell that story.
That's it. Let me show you something, John. I was walking today. A lot of revelation comes when I'm walking, a lot of oxygen flowing, you relax, whatever the case may be. On my refrigerator, and the honest to God, I forgot about it. I wrote something down. I had one of those little grease pens. And on my grease pen, I got checked off. I don't know if you can see that. Pay off Kia. I just want people to see I wrote this months ago with no clue in mind how I was going to pay off Kia. None.
You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to put the command out there and let the Father handle it.
That's it.
So and you need to wipe away the Kia part.
Yep. And put
Genesis.
That's exactly, and that's what I'm about to do right now. And that's, and I'm showing that for a reason.
Because we are not done.
No, we're not. That's what I'm saying. I'm writing it down. Boom, done. Pay off Genesis. Just that quick.
And if you really locked in, you put the next 3 cars up there too.
Woo! That's the G. I got the G70. I want the GV70. And then the G90, GV90. I'm just saying,
tell me you didn't see on my Facebook an Audi A8.
I seen it.
Well, years ago. I'm talking about years ago.
Yeah, you had it up there.
I had it up there because I knew I needed to put into existence what I wanted.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I test drove my Infinity truck 5 years before I bought it. Yeah, it took 5 years to get it. But when I bought it cash. I didn't even need a loan.
Cash.
You see what I'm saying? So it's literally, oh, I like that, Joe Blast. Genesis, new beginning. It's the first. So it's going to be the first of many. That's great, Joe.
Yeah,
really appreciate that one,
dude. He's the one, man. I'm a shout out to you, man. Serious, because he was like, "Yo, man, you're not, I can hear him. Yo, man, that kid ain't for you, bro. It don't fit you." But yeah, it's the new beginning. Actually, it's the first book of the Bible, right?
The first book.
And in the beginning, God.
It's funny when I was finished with the Infinity, right?
Uh-huh.
And I got on the phone with my good friend Clarence, and he was like, I went and bought another one, and he was like, "You bought the same truck again?" I was like, "Yeah, I love this truck. I got the later model with all the additions and everything like that." And literally 1 month into having that car, I got into a full car accident.
I remember that. I remember that clear as day.
I was like, "What is going on here?" I got into one accident. Then a month, I'm crazy. I bought the car. Took me like a year to find this car again. Then 1 month later, got into an accident. And Clarence said, so I said, but the accident produced enough to buy another car in cash.
I remember.
And Clarence was like, he said, "Yo, man, you better go get that Benz, man. You don't buy another." I said, I found another Infinity. He's like, "Dude, you done crashed 2 of them." I didn't do it. People have crashed into me, and that's why I got the benefit. That's why I got the checks, right? He's like, "No, you need to go get that Benz, man." He knew exactly which one too.
Yeah.
And if you go back and look at my cover during that time frame, I had a GL sitting up there, not the basic one. I had a GL 550 sitting up there, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna try and do it. What could it hurt?"
That's my line right there. I'm gonna try it. What can happen? Go ahead.
And I went looking for it. I went to had 6-7 appointments built up. Didn't feel right. Then all of a sudden, the right one popped up. My favorite color, black on black. The V8 engine. I had 7-passenger, air-conditioned seats, everything. And you know what? It was easy to attain. When it's supposed to be for you, they're not going to be stopping in your way.
Right.
You'll be laughing when you call up the insurance company. You'll be laughing when you call up the bank. And you call, everything's it's like, how much you putting down? Look, some guy hit my other car, and I got a check waiting to put down on this.
Come on.
My payment was so low. Matter of fact, my payment for that car was lower than my first car.
What?
20 years ago.
Happens that way. Come on.
How you know you were able to put it out enough money where your payment's only like $3 and change a month? See, that's gonna make people upset.
On the Benz.
That's on $100,000 truck now.
On the Benz, right?
My payment was less than the cost of my first car.
You can't make this up.
See how fair ain't fair?
It ain't fair. It is not fair, dude. That's why I'm saying, when you listen to the thinking class, understand you can't lose with the stuff we use, the game that we're giving. We're giving you prime examples. You're giving limited examples of men who have did what we talked about. And this does not apply to cards, women's, and can I say the word hoes? Anyway, I had to get it out. It just sort of came along. It don't apply to just that. It applies to every area of your life.
It's true. Because these are aspects of applying the same principle. And that's what we talked about yesterday. If you know the principle, then you know how to put it into action in each facet of your life.
That's it. I can hear my father say, boy, that's it. That's it. That's simple. Joe Blas, you have the number for the day. Joe Blas, you have the number for the day. He has the number for the day. I almost want to tell. I know he's at work. I think he's at work or he's at working out. Which one are you at? You at work or working out? Then I can tell you exactly what to do. But Joe Blas has the number for the day. It's on him. But yeah, dude, it's something I didn't know I remember it because I remember you was like, dude, I got into an accident. I went, what? Yeah, man. The car got total. I went, what?
I showed you the picture, right? It looked like, how'd you walk away from that?
Yeah. I remember
that. Bad for the guys that hit me. They were driving an Amazon van and they ran the light and just literally we both collided into somebody's house. It's crazy. Look
what number he gave. 001. I'm right there. It must something's up. I love it.
Yeah, that sounds like Genesis, right? The first.
He's at work. Good. Look at that. 001. Wow, this gonna be good today. 001.
The genesis of numbers.
Yes, come on. The genesis of numbers. Man, John, I forgot all about that, man. That's what I'm talking about. I want to make sure this ain't theory. This is actually this is actually our life. This is actually right in your face.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when stuff happens and we was laughing about it, like, yeah, it tickles me because we watch it happen all the time.
All the time. I remember that, dude. I called you, I was telling about something else. Like, dude, I ran into a car accident. What? I remember that, man. You can't lose with the stuff I use. The game we give is to keep you living. I love you, right? The game was given so to keep you living. I love that.
That's good, man.
Yeah, that's right there. That's a catchphrase. You can't lose with the stuff we use. The game we given is to keep you living. I love it. I need a pinky ring with that just to say that. Put my fedora on. Come on. That's the truth right there. Because it's not just applicable to just one area. If you use it all the way around, somebody get the angel number for the 001, please. I greatly appreciate it. 001. There's something special with that one.
I like that one.
Yeah, and it's something because I wanted we did not talk about what I wanted to say was to get to the point was to get to daily bread. What happens after you manifest?
Did I go in order too? I went in the order that you did it in too, right?
Yeah, exact order. This exact order. I wanted to talk about being thankful. I wanted to first talk about being thankful. That means also the other thing is stop listening to other people's sugar, honey, iced tea to try to get you out of your manifestation. Second of all, do not settle. The third thing is what? I forgot the third thing. Now I'm so excited because I've got a good memory. The other thing is daily bread.
Yep.
Daily bread. 3.
Level up. You're not done.
Angel number 1 encourage you to look. I can't read this, man. I can't read this, dude. Should read why you do that. The angel number 1 encourage you to look to what? new beginnings, opportunities, projects with positive and optimistic attitude, as these are appearing in your life for a good reason. Double zeros. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Uh-oh. Angel number 1 encourage you to take up challenges with total faith and trust in yourself and the universal energies. Joe Blast, that's for you.
Absolutely.
That one is for you because you called out the Genesis. Now, this is not that you called out it today. You called out Genesis when? 3 months ago. 3 months ago, he called it out. Remember? He said, man, that key ain't for you, bro. I don't see you in that, but that Genesis looking right. I can see him saying that while he lifting weights, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Angel number 1 encourage you to look to new beginnings, opportunities, projects with a positive and optimistic attitude, as these are appearing in your life for a good reason. I also encourage you to take up challenges with total faith, trust in Joe Blast, your real name, Isaac, and your universal energies. That is for you. LDA is the stage.
You can't make this up.
You can't.
It depends on who you say planned it.
Right. Because we talked about the seat yesterday. If you're in the director's seat, everything is staged.
Of course we planned it. We just didn't have to get on the phone to talk about it. How about that?
That is very true. That is very true. That one is for you, Joe Blast. That one is for you. Anybody, I'm gonna grab hold of it too, because that's a new beginning. I'm telling you, this is a game right here. Yeah, this. If you take, can I give this one little thing out? We at 133. If you take what we share here and listen to everybody else, you'll see that the thread is the same.
Pretty much.
You take it, you say, wait a minute. It's the same thing they're saying it. They're just saying it in a different way for a specific result. We're saying take the principles that we're talking and get results in all your life, not just when you're trying to get down at night. Unpack that. If you listen to the game that we share, we're talking about the spirituality and game when it combines. We're not using collide anymore. Thank you, Jono. That's from yesterday. So when it combines, you see that when you listen to, say, other people, I'm not going to say I had a particular person, I was going to say anybody, you're starting to see, wait a minute. It's the thread in our teaching and everyone else begins to show up everywhere. You start to pick up the principle. He said that person, and then begin to pull the puzzle together for your own game, for your own life. But I'm not going to go any further with that because it's 33 after, 35 after.
It's a good key, though.
Huh?
It's a good key, though.
Yeah, it is. That's why we can't get mad at somebody else talk about game or talk about life, talk about women, sex. And I got some good stuff about sex, man. But that's anyway. I got some good stuff. Woo! But anyway, that's for another show, for another day. But yeah, please understand that you listen to what we're saying. You are starting to hear the teachings. You're starting to hear the thread in other people's YouTube channels, teachings, books, whatever the case may be. All right, John, you got anything else?
I think we're good.
I think, man, this was good. I was eating too. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Pops, not Pops with Friday.
Let me tell you something.
This was good, man. This was good. And we got some stuff going. I just got a message. One of our projects is being done. Somebody reached out to me for a project they want to do for us. So I'm going to look at it. I'm going to show it to you, John, once, because they're going to show me a preview of it. So that's going to take some responsibility off of me.
Hey.
And the price is right.
Lighten the load.
Yes, right. And the price is right. All right. That's for True Savage. Let's get the music going. This for him. This for Joe Blas, Fierce Soul, Cerise, Sigma, everyone in the chat room. If I miss your name, you know I got you. We missing Dre. Where Dre been at? He been gone. But we out of here. Peace. Dude, man, that was freaking good, man.
Dang.
You did not know what I was getting at, man.
I didn't.
That was my point my point was to get to the place where they understood that what happens after you manifest, you got to go get your daily bread and manifest some more.
True. Because that's the new portion.
All right.
The old portion don't work no more.
It doesn't. I was walking around today, man. That song resonated with me. It was crazy.
Does your old car keep working the new car? No.
It cannot. You got to level up. This level means it's gonna, like you said, open the keys to the next level. And I already seen some levels already happen. I didn't see some DMs.
Yep. Values created every day, every way.
Oh boy, we gotta get out of here. I know they. We ain't cut it off. I love it.